Good morning and welcome back. Unfortunately, today there's some sickness in my family. I'm gonna have to be home helping or to take care of my daughter. But hopefully, I'll be back tomorrow. Please just watch this video. You'll get your points for doing that. And then there's a few brief questions to answer on delta. So today we are going to talk about arc length. Now, arc length, what does that mean? Arc length is the length around the edge that it goes. It's very similar to circumference. Remember, circumference is the length around the entire circle, and that was 2 pi r, which you can see right here as part of our formula. For arc length, it means we only have a certain part of the circle. For example, on this one, I only want to know the distance of this section right there, okay? So that arc length will be 2 pi r, which would tell me the whole thing, but then I have theta over 360. Now, why over 360? 360 would be the whole thing. So if I had the whole circumference, 360 over 360, that's just 2 pi r, that's my circumference. But in our case, for example, here on this one, so 2 pi r, so we'll do 2 times pi times 13 times, now I have 270 is my angle, so this will tell me this distance around just to here. It won't go the whole way, right? So 270 divided by 360. And if you want to, you can reduce your fraction, but you actually don't even have to when you type it in the calculator. Your calculator can do that for you as long as you type it in correctly. So 270 over 360 actually does reduce to 3/4. So it makes sense that we will have 3/4 of our circumference because we have 3/4 of the circle. You can either use the calculator at the back of the room. If you do that, please put it back. The other option is the one on Delta, or go to desmos.com/scientific. This is a great calculator to use as well. So 2 times, if we type pi, it pops up for us. So 2 times pi times 13 times 270 divided by 360. And you'll see if we round this, we get 61.3. And our label, we have to ask, is it feet or is it feet squared? And since we're not finding area, we know it won't be feet squared. It's going to be feet. It's a distance around the outside. So as you can see, it's very similar to what we did yesterday. It's just now we're adding that little wrinkle where we don't want the whole thing, okay? So there's number 2 times pi times 11, okay? Then times 315 all over 360. So to do this one, once again, we'll do 2 times, I can type pi and it pops up for me, okay? Times 11 times, we said 315 divided by 360, okay? And you'll see we get 60.5 when we round. 60.47, that 7's above 5, so we round up 60.5. And once again, it will only ever be feet squared if it's area. And here we are finding a distance, the length around the arc, right? So that is 60.5 feet. Okay, now the only difference at the bottom is they didn't give us a picture. But in my opinion, it actually maybe makes it a little easier. We know what we need. So 2 times pi times r is 18 times our angle, which is 60 divided by 360. All right, so we go ahead. It'll be 2 times pi, times 18 times 60 divided by 360, and it's only going to be 18.8. As you can see, if I increase this number, obviously it gets bigger because we have a higher percentage of the circle. Okay, so 18.8, and our label here, centimeters. All right, and then our final one here on the front, we've got 16, so 2 times pi times 16 times 75 all over 360. And if we do that, 2 times pi times 16 times 75 divided by 360. As you can see, we get 20.9. Okay? So 20.9 meters. All right, so flip it to the back now, and the back is a little different in that it says we want to leave the exact answer, okay? So when we say leave the exact answer, we don't want to round. another term for leave the exact answer is leave in terms of pi. Okay, so we've seen leave in terms of pi before. So for example, on number 5, we want to know the exact answer here. So we're going to do 2 times pi times 4 times the angle is 180 over 360. And we're going to multiply everything and leave it and then put it in front of the pi. Now, you can do this a couple ways. You could just use your calculator and do it. The other way, you can reduce things. Like here, 180 goes into 180 once, goes into 360 twice. Okay. At this point, though, I hope you see that we have a 2 here at the front and a 2 at the bottom, right? Those will cancel out. So I'm actually going to be able to reduce this just to be 4 pi centimeters. Okay. That'll be my final answer. And we can leave it like that because it wants the exact answer. Now I know up here it says fraction. Technically, this would be over 1. Okay. So the last one here, once again, we don't want to multiply pi in. So for this one, it is 2 times pi times that 19 for the radius times 150 all over 360. Okay, so we want to reduce this as much as we can. And right away, you might notice there's a 0 for both of these, so I'll cancel that out. Okay, now I have 15 over 36. So 15, I can cancel that out. We know 3 goes into that 5 times. Meanwhile, 3 goes into 12, or 3 goes into 36 12 times. So from here, we still can cancel this further. We have a 2 at the front. 2 would go into 2 1 time. 2 goes into 12 6 times. Okay, and so therefore, on the bottom, we got a 6. That breaks apart to 3 and 2, but 19 and 5, nothing else can cancel. So now multiply across the top. You see we have a 1, and pi, and 19 and a 5. So 1 times 19 is 19. 19 times 5 is 95. We're going to leave this as 95 pi all over 6. And this one is in feet. And so that would be our final answer in this particular case when it says to leave the exact answer or leave in terms of pi. On the front, we were very, very close, but we did round at the end, so it wouldn't be exactly correct. So go ahead. I don't think I made you do any of these exact answer ones in Delta. Just go ahead, get a few of them done. Try to finish this up today, and hopefully I'll be back tomorrow. Hope you have a great day.